Hello again everybody. So today was a push day for me. So I started out off with bench press, doing a couple of warm-up sets first. Managed to get my training in earlier today because all the cats were dropped off and picked up before 11 o'clock. So I thought I'd take the opportunity and get my training in and not have to worry about getting it in later on. So that's exactly what I did. So started off with bench press, worked my way up to my 4 working sets on this. There's another warm-up set here. So because I've had problems with my elbow and having the time off sick, I thought I'd take this as an opportunity to sort of reassess everything. I was playing about with my hand grip and that a little bit here, but I ended up going back to where I usually do with my little finger on the line in between the nails. Sometimes I'll put my second finger on. I tend to find better with a wider grip, but I've noticed a lot of people tend to be a little bit more narrow than myself, so I thought I'd try it again, which I can keep going back to, but no, my way seems to feel better for me. So I went back to the pinky on it. So this is my first working set. Felt a lot heavier than what I had done over a week ago. I've been doing my cambered bar as well, and emphasising the stretch more. I tried to concentrate on the eccentric part, make sure that I'm controlling the weight on the way down as well as on the way up. But yeah, these felt heavier than normal. I do often find with my bench press that after I've done a couple of sort of working sets, I feel a bit better. So one technique I want to try is going slightly heavier for lower reps and then dropping back down to my working sets. But I didn't do that on this occasion. That's something I want to try. So yeah. One thing that I've been doing was sort of not paying too much attention to my technique and trying different things and going up too heavy, I think. So I've had to have a bit of an ego check and lower the weights down again, and concentrating more on the eccentrics and pausing a little bit more and the stretch and that sort of thing. And this being the first week after having a few days off, I thought, yeah, this is the right time to do it. So this is my last set here, and then I go on to seated overhead press. Sorry, I said that was my last set, but it wasn't. This is my last set here. And I remember now, I think I did 6 reps. The last rep was a bit of a grinder. Could have probably stopped on the 5th rep really, but because it was my last set, I wanted to go all out. So that was the 5th, and you'll see, I think this 6th one, yeah, struggled to get that up a bit. So I've been doing sets of sort of 10, usually 10, 8 and 8. But I didn't put my first couple of warm-up sets on here, but what I did know was I wasn't going as many reps on the warm-ups, and not so sort of pre-fatiguing myself, I suppose. But so here we are doing the overhead press. I can't remember what's on here, 50 kilos I think. So sometimes I'll start a session with overhead press first. Obviously I'm a bit stronger and I go up to about 60 kilos for 6 to 8 reps. But after doing the bench press, obviously your strength has decreased slightly from that. I haven't had a lot of rest between bench and this. I try to go straight in and keep the rest as low as what I possibly can, but And the other thing I've started to do here is not locking out at the top. So I'm stopping just short of lockout. Basically that is to sort of help with my shoulder joints and things like that. Been watching a lot of people and listen to some podcasts and things like that about people talking about it. And as you're getting older, the joints are very important, and it's not so necessary to lock out at the top with the overhead press. There's not much extra gain from a hypertrophy point of view. So trying to keep the tension on the muscle instead of extending all the way up and locking out, because that's like a rest really. So hypertrophy point of view, it's better from not locking out, and also better for my joints, my shoulder joints. So that's the reason to do that. It's almost full range of motion at the top, and I come down to the clavicle on my top of my chest with the bar. Some people say you don't need to do that as well, because it's not so good for joints. I don't get a problem there. I mean, I don't really get a problem at the top, but sometimes I do feel it in my shoulder joints if I lock quite out. So, but at the bottom I don't. So I like to come down to the clavicle as a way of gauging. So here I am doing my incline dumbbell presses. So I was doing these a lot before as like my main compound movement, and I was going up quite heavy, like sets. I do work my way up to 44 kilos, and I managed 12 reps. I think was the best I got on that. But I used to pump them, and what I mean by pumping them is I didn't go quite so deep, so the dumbbells touched the chest like I am here, and I didn't go to full lockout, so a bit more of a bodybuilding technique. So yeah, I've been watching channel RP Training with Mike Israel, and some of the things they do is concentrate more on the eccentric component, getting a nice stretch at the bottom here, and full range of motion using a lighter weight. So trying to get more out of a lighter weight is what I'm doing. So I managed 12 reps on all 3 sets. So next time I'll go up to 30 kilos, and I'm just going to step myself up slowly with this, rather than jumping straight up to 40s and then having half reps and all over the place. I want to try and keep the technique good, touching the chest, as you can see with the dumbbell, just getting a full stretch. And concentration on the hypertrophy side rather than strength, which sometimes it's difficult because you get carried away, and obviously you want to lift heavier and heavier and heavier because you think you're getting stronger and stronger, but if your technique's getting poor, then that sort of defeats the object. So ego checking on everything at the moment, trying to keep the reps higher on most things just because of my elbows for now, and then I will try to go heavier as the weeks progress. So my final set here, I think I managed to get about 14 reps or something on this last one, so I definitely need to go up with the weight, but I did push it right to the very end, but they felt very good. Another thing is with keeping the weight lighter is helping my elbow, because I do tend to find it hard on the elbow when I'm kicking the weights up if they're too heavy at the moment, and because my elbow's getting better, I don't want to push that too much and go back to square one. So yeah, that was a bit of a failure, so yeah, called that it. So I wanted to do some ring push-ups to get a nice stretch again. So just didn't have much of a rest between the dumbbells. I just sort of got them set up, got the ropes set up or rings set up, and went straight into them. Did 12 reps on the first set. There's just 2 sets of these just to finish off my chest with a nice stretching exercise before I go into, I think I did lateral raises next. Second set here from a different angle. So yeah, you can see I'm getting a nice deep stretch. It's literally stretching my chest as far as I can go. Slight pause at the bottom of the stretch there. Full range of motion. Felt really good, these did. Good finishing exercise for the chest. Before I do some more shoulder work. So I'm doing cuffed lateral raises here with the lightest weight possible on my cable machine, which is 15 kilos, but it's a 2-to-1 ratio, so it's like 7.5 kilos effectively. But I do 20 reps. Really feel these in the side delts, so that's what matters. High reps, very lightweight, and the main reason is because of my elbow again. Also, shoulders tend to react better to higher reps and lighter weight. So, as this is the first week again, I'm starting off how I mean to go on. So, I want to try and keep that good technique. Bit of work for the elbow and that really. It's just trying to build it back up slowly. But you don't need a lot of weight for lat raises like this. Especially these cuff ones are great because it allows you to focus more onto the side delt and not worry about gripping the weight. So you don't have to worry about grip. And it also helps, well, for me, I can get a better mind muscle connection with that side delt, which is what I'm aiming for in this exercise. So I did 3 sets of 20 reps on these. Really felt good, really felt the burn. From about rep 13 onwards, especially in the second and third set, from a sort of rep 13 onwards, really feel these in the side delts. Excellent exercise, one of my favourites for the delts. So some tricep press downs now. These actually felt really good on my elbow. I couldn't feel it at all, which I was surprised. So I ended up going up a little bit heavier on the next 2 sets, but they felt really good. Got a really good burn in my triceps, which was fantastic. Other than that, not much more to say about these. 3 sets. So this is my last exercise, 3 sets of overhead extensions. I usually go a bit heavier, but didn't feel the need. I got straight into these after the press downs, and I could really feel them in the long head of my triceps. Excellent exercise, especially with the 2 ropes. You can get a nice longer stretch. I saw that on a channel, Mountain Dog. Learned a lot of stuff with that guy over the years. Unfortunately, he passed away, but there's still people putting his content out on his channel. I think it's his family. They still put content. He made so much stuff, and the guy really knows his stuff. Learned loads of different little techniques from him. He learned the hard way, and he was good enough to pass his knowledge on to people. So yeah, using the 2 ropes, get a full stretch. Key with triceps is full range of motion, getting that contraction and that full stretch, so you're extending them fully. You see a lot of people half repping these and going into them too fast or too heavy and just not doing them properly, and then they wonder why you can't see their triceps. But yeah, I've got good triceps, and I've always done press downs and overhead extensions. I like easy bar skull crushers as well for triceps. And obviously anything like dips or closer grip push-ups, rings, all great for the triceps. Anyway, that's enough of my waffling. This is my last set, so I will bid you all adieu. Thank you very much for the support and watching. I hope you enjoyed my waffling a little bit. Got loads to say, but it never comes out right, so I just try my best. Anyway, salute, peace. Until the next time.